Hey guys, I'm Bobby Rio, and I'm here with my buddy Ray DePriest, creator of Before You Text Her. And you probably know him from some of the emails I've sent out with his text exchanges and some examples from his program. Today I wanted to get him on camera and kind of just give a hint or a free tip for you today that's something I think is definitely going to improve your ability to meet women and then get them out on a date. So how's it going, man? And
it's going great, man. Thanks for hanging out and talking over this stuff. We always have some interesting conversations when we bring this kind of stuff up and share a lot of similar views.
Yeah, definitely.
And as you know, one of the main tenets of my program Before You Text Her is the whole reason of having her number. The biggest reason overall is to meet up with her again.
Definitely.
It's not to become a text buddy and never see her again. That would be no fun. With that being said, in this section about how to meet up with her and set it up, you and I were just talking about how to really avoid the first date awkwardness that can accompany going out on a date for the first time with a girl that you say just got her number, that you met in a bar for, 20 minutes or something, or in the coffee shop, and you're like, oh, what do I do on the first date?
Yeah.
Because I've used all these other techniques, got her excited about me, got her wanting to meet up. How do I set up the first date so that it's not awkward?
Yeah.
And like you and I were both saying, like we like to invite girls out to, first of all, something we're already doing.
Yeah.
As you're saying, like in that case, it's not awkward if she can't come. It's not like you were just saying, invite her out to dinner, she can't make it. Now it's weird if I invite her out again.
Yeah.
Whereas had it been to, say for example, tonight my buddy's DJing at a club here in New York. If I invite her out, I'm going there anyways. So if she can't make it, that's okay. I can invite her to some other event. It's no, skin off my back. It's something I was going to do, and inviting her along to join me.
Yeah, I was working with one of my coaching clients, and he was, he has all these girls. He's in an industry where he's around a lot of girls, and he's always mentally doesn't understand that idea of, you don't have to make it a date. And I explained to him that, there was a time where I was meeting different girls, and I would just send them, I'm going here. And half the time I sent the text, I would forget about it, and I wouldn't even expect them to go. I was just sending it because if they showed up, cool, but if not, I was just keeping them keeping myself in front of them. I was just reminding them that I exist. And what's interesting, he says, well, don't they, they think that you're trying too hard. I'm like, a girl naturally knows, like, when you're trying too hard, first of all. She can even tell, even though she's not there with you, she can tell if you're sitting by the phone waiting for her text to come back, or if you just don't give a shit. That's kind of getting off the topic of your thing, but I think that's another sort of side benefit of your method of saying, hey, I'm going to be here tonight, why don't you meet me, is that it doesn't have to end, it can go on, and I have had girls 3 months later where, like, I met them, just random text and a Facebook message here, and then all of a sudden, you know what, they do show up to the party, and you're like, wow, cool, she's here, and she's all into you, because even though, you haven't seen her in 3 months, just by being on her text, and, another thing you're awesome at is Facebook, and I even using a lot of the kind of stuff you talk about in Facebook, just keeping yourself in front of them and letting them see you. But
a funny story about that.
Yeah.
There's a girl I met, actually online using my other program, Push One Dating, and she came over. We had a wonderful date, and it was to something I was already doing. We were having like a little beer pong competition at my house, so she came over. We had a lot of fun. We kissed goodbye. We set up the next date, and she flaked somehow. And so I put her, and we tried to set up another one. She flaked again, so I put her on this list where I would just text her every so often, like, hey, we're going here if you want to show up. A year later, I run into her at this place called Blondie's in Las Vegas, and she's like, oh, hey, it's so good to see you. I really appreciate all those invites. Sorry I couldn't make it. And we ended up going out on a date that next week.
Yeah.
And so this whole time, she like really appreciated it, and it just, I don't know, some girls it's weird. But, had I not done that meeting would have been way different. We probably would have gone on a date and ended up hooking up. It's awesome.
Yeah, and the perfect ability, and like we kind of said, is that the way you did it is, I'm going here, come. You can send them randomly throughout time. But if you keep saying, when are we going to go out on that dinner?
Do you want to go?
Do you want to go out to the movies with me?
When are we going to?
Or, yeah, it's like then you become a stalker
Right.
because she's expecting it, and
or constant. It seems kind of neat to kind of begging like when is your schedule free? Like I'm gonna shift my whole world around you instead of hey I'm going to this. You know, and it's helpful to give sometimes give them a day heads up. Because you gotta respect that they might be busy. Because you don't want to constantly, and sometimes you do. Just send it out like you just find out. Like I would send out some text tonight. Oh, hey, what are you doing now? You want to go to or meet up with me at a fair? My buddy's DJing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But if I were to do that every week and never give her enough notice, then she'll, and say she's someone who's busy.
Yeah.
She can't keep making it. Then it'll become kind of annoying.
And you kind of when you email them or text them that day, you're kind of their pride. At least for me, maybe I'm very egocentric, where even if I'm not busy, and they email me that day, I'm like, well, if I just can go at the last minute, then it's like I have no life.
So I have nothing going on.
I have to not go or show up late just to prove that I did have something going on. So a lot of girls, and I know girls that are like that they will not go because psychologically they think they don't want to be too available. The girls do know.
A fun way to counteract that. I actually just thought of it, is to say, I just found out. That way you're just finding out, and so it's new to you, and so you're passing it on as soon as you found out.
Yeah.
That's a great technique. Hey, I just found out my buddy's DJing tonight. You want to go? It'll be a lot of fun.
So in your program before you text her, you actually, make it really easy for guys to go from getting the number all the way to sex, even the text to sex type stuff. What is it, tell them what they can expect in the program. For a guy, let's say a guy got a girl's number Friday night, and now he doesn't know what to do, and he wants to go through the program. What's he going to learn, and how is it going to help him get, to that next level?
Well, here's the beauty of it. He doesn't even need to know how to get a girl's number. I actually have a whole section on how to go in and get a girl's number rather quickly and in a way that overrides all of her defenses and makes her excited actually for you to text her and to go out on your next date.
Yeah.
So that's the exciting part of it. That's already taken care of in there as well. So if you don't know what you're doing, even in that regard, no problems handled. But I cover everything, fundamentals, like ways to think about, mindsets to have while texting, which will change the way you word your text, which will set you apart. Things such as like mirroring, like how to know when you're texting too much or too little, how to tell when she's interested, like creative ways to ask her out, and ways to get her psychologically committed to hanging out with you, and overall to pick you as like the best option. Like, okay, this or this I could do tonight. This guy seems like the most fun, so that's what I'm gonna pick, and that's the ultimate goal to get there. I think there's all kinds of other stuff in text to sex, like how to take a seemingly innocent conversation and put a little sexual spin on it and see if she hooks on, and then build up and then release and build up, release, so that when she does meet up with you, she's like really turned on. Yeah. So a lot of fun things like that in there as well.
Yeah, just even not to go too far into it, but the idea of this mirroring, something that as I was just going through your program and caught it, it was something that I never consciously did, but you realize that you do get in sync. You have a rhythm with certain girls.
Absolutely. And
when you have that rhythm, it just feels so much natural to text them. Where other girls, every time you're texting, it's like there's just a weird awkwardness to it. And the idea of sort of mirroring their patterns, just is an amazing tip. So if you're watching this video, you already know that I highly recommend before you text her. I recommend you check it out. And Race, I appreciate you coming on and just giving some more free tips to the guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I love getting on these things with you and chatting back and forth. Always a good conversation.
Cool, man. You'll probably hear more from us at some point.
Right on.
Later.